Hi everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design once again. I am working on a Valentine journal, which I'm trying to stay away from holiday themed ones, but I have a lot of stuff, so I figured, oh, what the heck. There's the cover, it's scrapbook paper doubled up, and I've got the signatures here, which is two, and I'm up to the decorating part, so I thought that's kind of fun. I'd take you along. As you can tell by the cover, I'm trying to go a little more vintage than, like 1969 Valentine, things you give in kindergarten. Even though that's really cute too, I like that. But, so here we go. I didn't trim washi tape obviously yet. I've got some paper in here because I just did some rubber stamping. So that's why that's there. So I've got scrapbook paper here that's a little more vintagey. I've got some trims. I've got some ephemera. I've got a pack I bought last year. It's got some older looking stuff in it. So let's just get to it. Let me trim these washi ends here. And as I was going through my Valentine paper, I realized I bought a couple sheets last Valentine's, era, to make like traveler's notebooks, and I kind of forgot about it. I started making this, so I don't know if I'm gonna make more or not. I mean, it's fun. I like it, but for whatever reason, this is a pocket. They just don't really sell for me, so I don't know. I can't take a hint, I guess. I don't know. This is a postage stamp I made out of a napkin and some rubber stamping. It's kind of nice. I think I'll just do that. And no, I don't decorate every page, but quite a bit. For a journal like this, I think it definitely needs decoration. But if you use a journal, write in a journal, what are your feelings on that? Do you like to buy them decorated / themed, or no? I think they're fun. They're very fun if they're themed in that and decorated. But like for me personally, I had a Rudolph Valentino journal I made myself that I'm working in now. And I mean, I like it. I like seeing pictures of him and stuff. But like I was just writing in it yesterday, and so there's a thing here, pertaining to Rudolph. Well, it's got nothing to do with what I'm writing about. That's just the way it goes, I guess. But I don't know. Alright, anyway. Is that done? Because I try not to overly, make a big collage or something. Some people do that. But it's like I feel this is someone else's journal. You gotta leave them room, right, to do stuff. I also I'm going to have to make ephemera, such as, what about this one right here? Journaling cards and whatnot. It's kind of cute. Darken those edges a little bit. So I will be saving some stuff for that. Although I found some images online that I have yet to print with that in mind too. This is just paper over a text paper. Well, that's kind of cute. Yeah, okay, right there. And actually, I made that journal cover, I don't know, around Christmas. This is January 2nd. A little before Christmas, somewhere in there. And I just never got around to making it, completing it. And then when I pulled it out, I thought, well, It's like a red toile. It's like, that almost looks kind of Valentine-y. Maybe I should do that. So I didn't even really intend that to be a Valentine journal. And considering, yeah, I gotta reach up, get some paper here. Considering it's, like I said, the 2nd of January, I better hurry up. Because, yeah, I don't know if everybody knows that. Etsy listings last 4 months. So, you know, if you don't get it in ahead of time, I don't know that there's much demand, you know, after a holiday has passed. So it sits. And I imagine when this is done, I will do a flip through. Kind of cute. Kind of matches. Yeah, over there. And one over here. No. So, has anybody noticed my new intro and extro with the car? I had decided the chalkboard was, I mean, I like it. I thought it's kind of cute, kind of different. But do people really watch it? Do they speed through it? Was getting to be my question. Because when it comes down to it, the title of what I'm doing is in the, you know, YouTube title there. So what, you know, I was writing on the board, is that becoming redundant? And it's more work for my husband to do all that. And so I thought, oh, forget it. You know, it's extra work, blah, blah, blah. So I made one, and we didn't put anything on it. Maybe some lace or something, which I don't really have. I keep mentioning, I don't have a lot of lace. I do have more ribbons and stuff than this, but anyway, so I made a video, and we did nothing. You know, there were no intros or anything, which a lot of people do not do. However, it kind of dawned on me, most people that I watch anyway, they have ads on. So you got to sit through an ad or two before the video starts. So that seems a little bit like an introduction, you know what I'm saying? They don't just start talking out of nowheresville. So me not having ads at this point, and I hope I never have to have them, it just seemed, yeah, no introduction, no, you know, when I was done and I said goodbye, that, you know, it just, that was the end. That looked dumb. So we came up with that. And you can thank my husband for the little animation and all that. I have no clue. And actually, I'm going to have to stop pretty soon anyway. I have a timer set, but I had a few minutes here, so. Alright, well, while you're digesting the new intro, I'm going to pause and grab my timer before it goes off and then come back. Okay, I'm back. My timer was on 4 minutes, so I ran back here and did this. So, we're moving on. About the stamp, that kind of matches that. There's not an amount on this. It's a little odd. I thought they all had amounts before, you know, Forever came in. Okay, is that ribbon a good length? Just happened to be a scrap. And I have a dog getting a drink. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just give up on having nice, quiet videos. It's just impossible around here. I need to convert my attic into a studio space or something so nobody else can get up there. Okay. straight. Well, if anyone's waiting for the Diane weather report, yeah, I forgot. Did I say it was the 3rd or the 2nd before? It's the 2nd. Whatever I said before, it's the 2nd of January. And yesterday, you know, the first day of the year, we had snow. And this is all in about an hour's time. Snow, then sleet, then rain. And then later in the day, we got more snow. So now we have like puddles and snow outside. That's always, you know, exciting. I finally bought, you know, it seems like every journal person in the world has these bags. I finally got some. They are pretty cool. I do think that. You know, something could go on this stuff somewhere. But what? It's Tim Holtz sticker. It was in one of those spiral things, but I pulled it out. I mean, that's cool. I get, but well, it might be all right. I was just saying, but it's just so vintage looking. What about XO? Because this is all sort of browns and beiges and, well, okay, right there. And I'm going to put a little glue on it, even though it seems pretty sticky. All right, but do we want something? Well, you know what? I'll say no for now. When I decorate like this, I go through and I do it, and then later I go back, you know, and flip through and see if I think, you know, any page looks lacking. All right, these are Tim Holtz pages, not stickers. Maybe one of these on here. Well, this brownish one certainly would match. Does it match too well? I think it matches too well. What about the next one in? It's a Cupid on something. I do feel a little weird working on Valentine stuff when my Christmas decorations are still up. I gotta check too. I don't know if I have Valentine cards to send to people this year. Might be something to look into, Diane. Okay. Anybody ever hear of an Amazon lily? I have not. Now cheesecloth. It's up here and it's stuck to that black stuff I painted. If you're going, what are you talking about? It was in the Sorcerer's Apprentice video. I painted white cheesecloth black. So it's kind of stiff, so it sticks. Okay. But where? And more there, okay. So, did everybody get what they wanted for Christmas this year? I did specifically asked for a new ink bag because mine is getting more, you know, used up. However you explain that. And my husband was nice and he ordered it from Amazon on December 3rd and it's yet to show up. So that's the one thing, you know, Diane's griping because she didn't get an ink pad. But that was like the one thing I kind of wanted, needed for crafts, and it's not here yet. Oh well, the world will survive, right? I think that needs some glue. So do you decorate for Valentine's Day? I do. I don't have boxes and boxes of stuff, but I've got a shoe box of stuff. Okay. Well, maybe something on this page to go with the pink. That's more purpley. Well, what about one of these? Well, what about these? Cute. It's pebbles from last year, year before. I'm not sure. She's gonna fussy cut again, and she doesn't have much to talk about. So I gave the weather report. Well, just the record today is very, very gray. That's why my lighting isn't too swift. And we might get a little more snow overnight. And I will say I am lucky enough that I do not have to go out today. So I'll take that. I may not even go outside today. And my washer's running in the background there, if you hear gurgling. Do you ever make Valentine cookies? I do have a heart cutter. I have. I don't do it every year. And I do not have a heart punch. I'm sure every other journal person does. I do not. All right, where do we want these though? There, or one down here. Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, something like that. Of course, this matches a little better. Do we want this one down here? Yes, we want that one down there. Okay. Yeah, and who's going to come to my house and put away all my Christmas decorations? Because I've got a lot, and I'm really meticulous. I wrap most everything up like in tissue, so it's not an easy task. And then usually too, I have to put away some of my everyday knickknacks to make room for the Christmas stuff. So when I pull those back out, Diane goes, "Oh, well, maybe this should be over here. Yeah, that's good. Well, now there's not room for that. Well, okay, we'll put that there. Well, what about this? So it's like, I spent 3 hours rearranging the old knickknacks." Okay, let me get a paper here. Oh, that's awfully dull. I did cut a little paper doily piece here. Get off there. No, the glue stick fell over because I didn't have it in my little stand thing. Sorry. Well, what about, because that page will probably be down there. What about something like that? And somebody could write there, or maybe put a photo below. It's kind of cool. All right, which way does this go? Yeah, sometimes I glue the wrong side. I'm not paying attention. Pay attention. And yeah, these are a little tedious to glue, aren't they? So it is the start of a new year. Have you, art journal, collage, junk journal, whatever, people, are you doing any new, prompts or challenges or just personal things? I thought about it. I was kind of thinking of starting an everyday little, just a mini collage. What's on there? But I haven't started it yet, and it is January 2nd. But I don't know. I do pretty much do some kind of crafty, creative stuff every day anyway. And then this just adds one more pressure, Oh, I didn't do collage today. Oh, no. So, I don't know. I kind of have poo-pooed that a little bit. But I don't know. I thought about it. All right, this definitely needs something. I know what this matches. This is nice. It's another old stamp. Now this is 20 cents. Why the Cupid one had nothing on it, I don't know. And then I thought too, back to the challenge thing, well, maybe I should just not necessarily join, but look at, other challenge things like that, just to get prompts. Because when you do your own thing, you tend to stay in your own comfort zone. I'm going to cut this apart. So sometimes you get a prompt, just say dinosaurs or something. It's like, well, I would never do anything for that normally. And see what clever little thing you come up with it. Come up with it? Come up for it. Come up with for it? Shut up, Diane. I did think, well, or I could just make my own prompts. And by the time, a month rolls by or something, you kind of forget about it. So I don't know. I haven't done anything with that. I may not. Well, then I thought too, because Diane thinks too much and is too practical. Because I kind of thought about doing like an iCat every day and an index card collage every day. And it's like, well, and I know I would not, between health and whatnot, I know I would not have 365 cards. But let's say 300. What am I going to do with 300 cards? Where am I going to put that? So I kind of poo-pooed that too. So anyway, if you're not poo-pooing things and you're in some sort of challenge or group or something, do share. All right, it's kind of pretty. I'll leave that. I'll leave that for the moment. Well, that could use something, definitely. What are these other scrapbook stuff here? I don't think most of them were real focal things, like the ephemera there. More some borders, that kind of thing. Well, all right, let's look in the ephemera pack. Well, am I off camera? Just about, Diane, almost. Many of these are cute. That's kind of pretty. All right, we'll go with that. And I think I will not ink edges, so it blends in with the white paper there. And possibly, I won't do that now, but maybe I'll border this page. We'll see. And I think by the length of this video so far, I may just do this first signature and then continue on by myself with the second one. You know, I could do ephemera. No, I think I'll put it on this side because she's reaching this way. Could film to making ephemera. I don't know. We'll see if she feels like it or not, or if she has anything to say by then. Now, I was just looking. I made this too. It's the same as that heart stamp I did in the beginning. I could cut that apart and put it in the grids, couldn't I? But then you are kind of inhibiting someone from. Yeah, I thought somebody could put photos there or something. All right, I'm gonna skip it because it doesn't really match that anyway. All right, we'll think about that side. Let's do something pinky, flowery, something, or doily-ish. Well, 2 doilies just about fit. Let's try that. All right, if I go around this little edge, what can we talk about? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I should put music over this whole video and speed it up. I haven't said anything worth listening to yet, have I? La, la, la. No, you don't want me to sing. You hear my washer in the background? Yeah, actually, that machine is pretty new. It's kind of loud. Do you think in this day and age they make machines that aren't that loud? And it's not like I'm that close to it at all either. It's a whole floor down away from me. And I do have a dog snoring next to me. We hear that too. Okay. Yeah, she's kind of pretty. Well, I guess on top. Kind of thought maybe below, so you're not that you have to have those lines there, but since they're there, but nah, top. Yeah, my dog just heaved a big sigh. Are you bored too? First you falsely caught, now you're gluing. Not too exciting, die. Sorry. Looks like glasses, doesn't it? Sunglasses. Okay. Alright, this page is okay, I think. That pocket needs, definitely needs something on the pocket. Kind of a boring plain pocket, oh no. Actually, that's pretty. That's actually a very cool design, isn't it? You see, very Art Nouveau. Alright, you know what? I'll pause. I'm not going to make you watch me go around these scallops after that doily. Just a minute. Okay, it's gotten glued down, and I had this vintage Valentine word there from an old Pack of Fun magazine. Yeah, that's turned out pretty. Okay. Last side here. that glued down? Yeah, it's glued down. See, that's why I usually clean my counter. There. I have little snips of paper, so things like that don't happen. All right, last side here. What can we do with that? Well, actually, that's kind of pretty. It's off that same paper that I just used, the border. And I was thinking, the second signature here, I've got an envelope. It's going to go on a page that needs decorating. Maybe I'll do that here and now. What I'm going to do with it, I have no idea. Okay. Oh, I think that's just pretty right there in the middle. Okay. Okay. All right, all you stuff dry and set there. Now this one, see, I had this envelope to go right on the first page here. It's going to flip out. So both sides should have something on it, I think. It is. It was a stationery pack I bought years ago from a Victorian Trading Company. And for whatever reason, I had that left over. I don't have a paper mansion. I don't know why. Yeah, what do we want to put on that? This. Well, it's cute bitty. This one's kind of cute. Maybe with some vintage text, you know, that's aged looking. Let me ink these edges up. Okay. And see, that won't be, well, will it be showing? If it flips, yeah, if it flips out, you could see it. Okay. Let's keep that in mind. Maybe something like that. All right, where's the vintage text thing? Mostly in books, but I've got a few things here. Well, the sheet music, actually, that might be kind of cute. It's something to start with. It's definitely nothing finished by any means. Some bigger words. What do these do for anything? Actually, the colors match those hearts pretty well. Well, how about a big love? What's wrong with a big love, huh? What's wrong with the big love? It doesn't fit. Well, that's kind of cool. What about inking with my almost one and only stencil? I've got like two. And here, I'll give you an example. I told you in a prior video that this dauber is all chewed up, so I put muslin over it, and it kind of works. But on this type of thing, it doesn't work so great. The little fibers catch on it. So I was thinking, well, I could cover it again with just like a plain cotton fabric, but I just haven't got that far yet. Actually, it's not catching too bad. The last time I did it, it caught a lot. Okay, and yes, I will wash that off. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Okay. Now what about this? I think that's kind of pretty. Why don't we ink the edges while we are thinking of it? I think the flap, I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay. This doesn't say anything I don't want on there, does it? No. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to put in the envelope. I'm going to have to make a biggish journaling card, I guess. Yeah, that's one thing about themed journals that I'm not real thrilled with, because I mentioned this before, but I have a lot of pre-made ephemera, but I don't have pre-made Valentine ephemera, so I'm going to have to make it when normally I'd be done with the journal and just go to a shoebox and get ephemera. Now I got to make ephemera. Oh well, keep me off the streets, right? Oh, I think my washer stopped. There's a thrilling update, but no, I was kind of waiting for that. So I'll finish this envelope and then go tend to the all-exciting laundry. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of pretty. Just like that. I was thinking, you know, fabric or ribbon or something, but I don't think I want to overdo this. Besides, I don't want it too bulky anyway. Okay. Okay, now though, I don't remember if it's here. No, see, actually that looks nice. Okay, what do we want on this page then? I guess I wouldn't overdo the flowers or the roses. No, it's not as not that this looks vintage, but what about XOXO down? Kind of something. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, no, my washer's still going. It likes to trick me. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then maybe a ribbon or something there. I don't know, do I have just red in here? I've got red seam binding that needs an iron job. One nice thing about when you scrunch stuff and sew it on a tag or something, it doesn't need ironing. No, I think that's too dark. Well, here's a narrow red or a dotty red. No, that's too much with the dots. Well, that's okay. I don't think it's particularly thrilling. What about the other side? No, I think I like that on that side. I think it's too glitzy. Like if you look at this, it's kind of faded actually, a faded red, and that's not. What about a fabric? Would that do something? Not that I have much red fabric. Yeah, that has little flowers on it. I don't think I want flowers because it faces that rose page. What about this? Well, oh, Diane, put the glue stick in the stand. It does have little hearts on it, but I don't know if we want those colors. Are these colors better? Well, I don't know, it makes so much difference. I don't think it makes so much difference. Alright, well, what do we think of that? It looks like two strips to kind of doing nothing. Alright, what if we get rid of the blue and have a shorter strip? Okay, I like that better. But it still could use, you know, just as an example, something. Alright, something like what? I think those are too big. Alright, something like this because there's green in it. And this one I will ink. Was I off? I'm inking over in outer space, sorry. Not that anybody needs a lesson in inking. Yeah, okay. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to bother to make you guys watch gluing. But there, that'll be that. I think that's kind of cute. Okay, well, I'm going to continue on. I have more pages to do. I have laundry to do. And I don't know, maybe I'll do ephemera in another video. If not, I will definitely do a flip through of this. So, okay, thanks very much for joining me. Have a wonderful day out there.